students, welcome back to our chemistry class. Today we are going to discuss about NCERT solutions of textbook chapter and questions from metals and non-metals of chapter 3. This is part 1. Let's move on to the questions. First question we have, which of the following pairs will give displacement reactions? First one is NaCl solution and copper metal, MgCl solution and aluminum metal, FeSO4 solution and silver metal, and AgNO3 solution and copper metal. So as we have learned, displacement reaction can be possible when more reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from the aqueous salt solution. Now, in case of NaCl, copper metal, if you add, sodium is more reactive than copper, so no displacement will take place. The same case in MgCl2 and aluminum. Also, in case of FeSO4 and silver metal also. Now, the answer will be AgNO3 solution and copper metal, because copper is more reactive than Ag. So, copper will displace silver and will take the place of silver. So, the answer is option D, AgNO3 solution and copper metal. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. Which of the following methods is suitable for preventing an iron frying pan from rusting? Options are applying grease, applying paint, applying a coating of zinc, all the above. And the answer is applying a coating of zinc. So in order to prevent the rusting of iron frying pan, you may use applying a coating of zinc. Next we have question number 3. An element reacts with oxygen to give a compound with a high melting point. This compound is also soluble in water. The element is likely to be calcium, carbon, silicon, or iron. First question, an element reacts with oxygen to give a compound with a high melting point, and the compound is also soluble in water. So the answer is calcium. Next we have question number 4. Food cans are coated with tin and not with zinc because options are zinc is costlier than tin, zinc has higher melting point than tin, zinc is less reactive than tin, or zinc is more reactive than tin. So what is the correct answer? Answer is zinc is more reactive than tin. Therefore, food cans are coated with tin and not with zinc. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 5. You are given a hammer, a battery, a bulb, wires, and a switch. What are the things given to you? A hammer, a battery, bulb, wires, and a switch. Question is, how could you use them to distinguish between samples of metals and non-metals? One more question is there. Assess the usefulness of these tests in distinguishing between metals and non-metals. Answer is, metals can be beaten into sheets with a hammer without breaking. Non-metals cannot be beaten with a hammer to form thin sheets. Non-metals break into pieces when hammered. Metals are malleable while non-metals are non-malleable. When metals are connected to circuit using a battery, bulb, wires and switch, current passes through the circuit and the bulb glows. When non-metals like sulfur are connected, the bulb does not light up at all. Metals are good conductors of electricity. And the second question's answer is, because of malleability, metals can be casted into sheets. Metals are good conductors of electricity, so these can be used for electrical cables. Let us move on to the next question. Question number 6. What are amphoteric oxides? Give 2 examples of amphoteric oxides. Or question can be also asked like this. Write chemical equations that show aluminum oxide reacts with acid as well as base. Answer is, those metal oxides which show basic as well as acidic behavior are known as amphoteric oxides. What are amphoteric oxides? Those metal oxides which show basic as well as acidic behavior are known as amphoteric oxides. In other words, metal oxides that react with both acids and bases to form salt and water are called amphoteric oxides. Aluminum oxide and zinc oxide are amphoteric in nature. Let's see the equations. Al2O3 plus HCl, that is aluminum oxide, reacts with acid. It produces AlCl3 plus H2O. At the same time, if you react Al2O3 with NaOH, NaOH is a base, so it will also produce NaAlO2, that is salt, plus H2O. And zinc oxide also reacts as amphoteric oxide. ZnO plus HCl gives ZnCl2 plus H2O, where ZnO, zinc oxide, reacts with an acid to form salt and water. At the same time, ZnO, on reacting with a base like NaOH, it will produce sodium zincate and water. So both these reactions are examples of amphoteric oxides. How do they react with both acid as well as base? Let's move on to the next question. Question number 7. Name two metals which will displace hydrogen from dilute acids and two metals which will not. Answer is, metals above hydrogen in activity series like sodium and magnesium displace hydrogen from dilute acids, and metals below hydrogen in the activity series like copper, silver do not displace hydrogen from dilute acids. So these are the examples of metals which displace hydrogen from dilute acids and metals which do not displace hydrogen from dilute acids. Let's move on to the last question. In the electric refining of metal M, what would you take as the anode, the cathode and the electrolyte? So in the process of electrolytic refining, we need to take pure metal must be taken as cathode, and impure metal must be taken as anode, and electrolyte must be that particular salt solution. So in the process of electrolysis, a cathode will be always pure metal, anode will be the impure metal, and the electrolyte is the metal salt solution. So children, this is the first part. We will discuss the rest of the questions in the next module. Thank you and have a nice day.